Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And what are we doing here today? Where are we?
Well, first of all, it's Sunday Fun Day at Caliente. This is an amazing day. The Bucks and Lions are on in the sports bar right now, and we just heard a big cheer because the Bucks just scored.
Yay!
So, yes, 13-6. Yes, we've been here, since Thursday?
Yeah.
This has been an amazing weekend. We've had so much fun.
This was our co-hosted weekend with the Facebook fan page, unofficial, our dear friends Kimberly and Steve, and the Accidental Swingers and Swinky Life, and we all co-hosted this weekend together. Caliente was amazing to let us do this. We had the best time.
Oh my God.
So
amazing.
It had, and, and unfortunately, and the weather kind of was.
Yeah.
Well, at first,
Thursday and Friday, but today is
gorgeous today.
And so but it has been just so fun. Even starting at Thursday night, ladies' night was just awesome. So we had different themes every night, and we did corsets on Thursday and naughty nighties Friday night, and last night was kink night. Whips and chains excite me. People had a great time with their themes, and the whole weekend has been amazing.
Let's back up to Thursday night.
Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I just so excited.
So were you going to clarify that you and I were not wearing corsets?
I thought it was understood, but
it was corsets and lace.
What I wanted to say is just how amazing you two ladies looked. It's just incredibly beautiful and gorgeous and sexy as. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and everybody here, all the ladies who wore their corsets, just beautiful.
Thank you. So you're saying?
I'm saying that you look sexy as on Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night.
Oh,
and right now.
Yes, in my post-weekend attire, my voice is this is my normal Sunday morning voice after a weekend at Caliente.
We didn't get to see all this. They didn't get to see us when we were.
I think we're all feeling a little rough after 3 days.
You still even have a little bit of eyeliner on, so it's a sexy look. Tristan looks sexy with some eyeliner, so you've got a little bit left over. Yeah,
all right.
Just a residual.
Makes those eyes.
Honestly, I'd completely forgot about that.
Yeah, just a little. It's just a little bit of a smoky look for you there. So if you guys on YouTube zoom in, you might be able to see a little bit better. But so corsets and lace on Thursday night. It was a lot of fun. And ladies' night here is always so fun because it's just a very relaxed group. Usually it's the folks that are coming in early for the weekend or members or people that close. It's a real community feel. It's a real
it was good.
Very comfortable, easy community vibe. And of course we get to then catch up with folks that we haven't seen in a while usually because it's a popular night to be up here for.
Yeah, and it's always fun. This was a great crowd on Thursday night.
It was.
I mean, the club was full and it was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, we danced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Ian doing his thing and.
And this is one of the things we wanted to talk about too. And this is why we wanted to record here this weekend. So with all of this is really fresh in our minds. And we've been talking about it for a little while, or maybe you might hear pieces of it either in some of our recordings or even on Instagram. But Caliente is doing some things and they're making some changes. And it's been really, really fun and it's really cool. And one of the things was the Thursday night, thinking about how the bar was really active. We had the dance music was up and running. They now have, they'll simulcast what's happening in the club out here on the veranda. And so with the TVs, and so you can kind of see what's going on in there because there's different music playing and it's like zones of different music. I really, really, really like what they're doing because it's like you can find your space in your place. If you're not feeling kind of the vibe of the club tonight, the piano bar, which has always been a great mix of those two, but now even out here last night, it's like, oh, that's even a third different kind of level of music. And it was really neat. But
it keeps everybody together and incorporates, all the parts of the resort together.
Matter of fact, I see people down in the pool playing volleyball right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They got an active game of naked pool volleyball. Sorry, you guys can't see it. We did that on purpose, but they're out there. Yeah. So that's one of the things, and I think we'll highlight a couple of the different things as we're talking about our amazing weekend. But it was so fun, and we had some fun adventures. We've had a couple of fun adventures here the last couple weeks because we came a couple weeks ago, and let's talk about some of the first things that we were able to participate in are the new kind of socialization areas. There's
Socialization
areas here at Caliente. socializing.
We love to socialize.
We do love to socialize. I think we're really good at socializing
We
too.
are very good,
I think so. We're friendly. We're nice. We're approachable.
Definitely approachable.
We're definitely approachable.
Please approach us.
Yes. The big arrow flashing over our
That's right.
heads, like available. Anyways, besides our desperational ploys or attempts.
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
Yeah, it was. It's all right. Everybody has a downtime, But anyways, so we were here last month, and we noticed some of the socialization changes that were happening. And so one of the things that is different, at least right now, and I don't know how this will change as we're moving into fall and winter, but what we call the tiki bar stage out here by the tiki bar itself and the tiki bar pool, there's a small stage. And during the summertime, that's where the bands play. Now we're moving into winter, so the band is going to end up coming on in a little while, but they're closer here. But they took that tiki bar stage, and it was the perfect size for 3 mattresses and some curtains in between them and some curtains on the outside that you could draw or leave open, so that if you want to socialize in a more horizontal position.
I think they call it the Love Shack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice too. Yes. And so we decided we would converse horizontally out there in the tiki bar Love Shack. And that was a few weeks ago, and it was a warmer night, but it was so it's very open, but you can pull those curtains if you want. We were on the end of the little hut there. Like I said, it's just 3 beds in a row, and so we could keep it open. So it wasn't unbearable, but I think now that the weather is starting to change a little bit, but it was
be nice
really
and
fun. What did you guys like about being out there?
I have rediscovered or discovered in the first place this exhibitionist side that I have. And so I really like the fact, so we intentionally left everything open. And, people were walking by and watching. And so that was fun. I enjoyed that. But I also enjoyed just the sounds, just the natural sounds, and kind of like when we were at Hito, I love having sex outside.
Yeah.
And, but, you could see the moon, you could see, the stars, you could, hear the wind and the palm trees and the palm fronds
And the
rustling.
fountains here
Yeah,
kind of run all the
exactly.
time, so you
Like-
always have the water running.
Yeah, so I love the natural aspect in addition to the exhibitionist aspect. But so for me, that's what it was.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about your transition into more exhibitionist coming up on some future podcast episodes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyways, I think we all have. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I know you always felt like you were. I was a little bit more reserved, but I think as I've become more comfortable and confident in my body and just enjoying having sex, it's become easier to be an exhibitionist.
Yeah, and same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me.
So
I don't want to do it all the time, but yeah.
I do.
yeah, I don't want to do it all the time.
Yeah, I
No,
do.
you're right. No, I agree. Sometimes, the
You
other
wanna-
night,
you
we'll
wanna
talk
just
about it the other
enjoy,
night. Yeah,
yeah,
we hadn't
yeah.
seen each other in a while, and I wanted to
Yeah.
reconnect. I'm like, I don't want to reconnect in front of a bunch of people because I am having to think about it
Right.
because we are who we are. We'll talk about that too, how, especially on the weekend when you're hosting, people know who you are. So they know who you are. So if you're exhibitioning, they're going to know who you are. But anyway, that was a couple weeks ago. And what about you?
My favorite part of that Love Shack new area is the boardwalk where you walk up to the mattresses is just kind of a little patio at the foot of all the beds, and it has about a waist high rail, nice wooden rail.
Yes.
So if you want to be other than horizontal and you use that rail to your advantage, now you're looking out over the pool area, watching people walk by, watching you, watching them.
Yes.
It was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
While we were socializing.
We were.
It was challenging for me to hear you because you were like behind me
I
as
was.
we're socializing.
But I wasn't speaking in coherent words, so you weren't missing much.
Oh, good. Yeah, that was kind of hot.
Yeah.
And that rail, actually, I'm tall. And I have a lot of leg, and that rail is actually really high. So I don't think for shorter people, well, I don't know, it would have come higher up on them. But for me, it was the perfect waist height to relax, to lean over and just take a load off while we're socializing, or take a load in.
Take a load off or take a load in.
Take a load.
He got the load off.
Yeah, that's right. to help you take your load off.
Wow.
That was good.
Completely.
Prettiest
Are you
swinger.
blushing?
I know. I think you are.
I'll take that load in. I'll load it. I'll load that load. And I did, by the way. For the record, I totally did. That's right. That was a lot of fun. It's amazing how well you socialize sometimes, isn't it?
Oh.
We just have a lot of fun.
Yes,
I
We
mean,
do. Yes.
Yes.
day in, day out. That's kind of how we choose to live our lives now. We just have a
Yes.
ton of fun all
Yes.
the time.
Yes. We do try. We do try. So, yeah, so that was that area. I got to recombobulate here again, see.
Uh-huh.
But yes, so that was a couple weeks ago that we noticed. And there's they have the little cornhole set up now. It's a little bit more out and active where people can see it. And then they have a new.
To be clear,
You
we're
might
talking
wanna
about the game.
specify
Yeah.
what you mean. It's a game with bean bags.
You load them in there.
Yeah.
Just load them in that hole
You
or
just-
something like that.
You just walked right into that
I
one.
know, and I'll be paying for that for a while. So, oh well.
So when you have two 15-year-old boys
I
in
know.
like mid to late 50s bodies, that's what you get all the time. Yeah.
For the rest of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't you lucky?
I am so lucky. So lucky. Yeah. But anyway.
I think after 30 years, you'd be used to that.
I know,
by now.
but yeah, no. Yeah.
Just waiting for somebody to grow up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never.
I intend to never
You're
grow
going
up.
backwards. You're going backwards.
And isn't that a beautiful, wonderful
Yeah,
thing?
so great.
Yeah, so great.
So great. But
Okay, yes. Sorry I derailed
no,
you.
you are every Instagram post where anybody posts the things about how the husbands do the irritating shit to the wives. That is you. I mean,
yeah.
it's like pound you as soon as you bend over and he comes up and gotta be like a dry humping, and I'm like,
But let's be clear. It's
So helpful,
It's
so
irritating in a very loving and
so
loving way.
so
Yes.
loving. Yeah. So that every time I get those all the time, you send them to me like, yeah, and I'm like, I know, yeah, you do that too, and yes, they see we all find it irritating.
Right.
Yes, I'm not the only one. But yay, but in a loving, supportive,
Yes,
fun way.
air quotes irritating.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the eye roll. Yeah. But anyways, the other social places that we're talking about, which is I keep pointing because it's kind of behind us down here, but that really is true. Just like it's not a socializing area. It truly is a conversational area. But it's nice. It's a big, huge, like outdoor furniture, sofa spot, and like almost.
Oh yeah,
it'd be
the
cool if there
social
were
gazebo.
yeah, the social gazebo. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
cool if there were a fire pit in there. That's kind of what it would remind
In
me
the
of.
wintertime, yeah, that'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah. But that's what that is, and that is truly just for sitting around. I think they've asked people not to use that as a more social area.
That is strictly for talking.
Yeah. So we asked,
In a rare,
where can we do
one
what
of the
we
rare
want to do?
times we asked
Right,
first.
because where there were clearly differences, and we're like, those are clearly beds, and that is clearly not. So you have clearly has sheets and things over there for people, and this is clearly marked as a gazebo. So we're just making sure, and our suspicions were correct. That is what they want you to do. So we noticed that a couple weeks ago, and then what else? Oh, the Friday night outdoor things that they did this summer, where
Yes.
Friday night
yeah.
became the outdoor kind of pool party. So
That
they
was a
didn't.
lot
The
of
club
fun.
was closed, and they brought the DJ downstairs and strung out lights, and everybody dances in front of the bar stage here, and we swam. I mean, it was awesome. You're sitting in the
was.
pool
It was
until
a-
like 11 or 12
It was a
o'clock at
lot of
night.
fun.
It was so fun.
the
Yeah.
pool was way more comfortable. I thought it'd be colder in the evening, but it was the perfect temperature to just
Yeah,
get
it's pretty.
in and
It's
hang
nice over the summer. The temperature's really nice.
I think that's
Yeah.
why we can do that in the summer. Yeah, that pool does get cold in the wintertime
Yeah.
because it, for
Well,
us
I-
Southerners. But yeah, it
I
was
like my
fine.
direct sunlight when I'm in that pool, and so I was a little concerned about the nighttime, but it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, we were wishing we were going to be able to do that on Friday night, but the weather was not cooperative.
Yes.
So
It's been raining quite a bit.
Yeah,
here.
so it was a little bit cooler, and which is great, but not great for when you're wanting to be outside at a pool party. But there's just fun things like that are happening and changing and going on. So we are here for our weekend, our hosted weekend. We did and then so Friday. Are we done with Thursday? So Thursday was ladies' night.
Right.
Friday, we worked. We worked during the day, but we were here on property, so we were able to come down and enjoy the pool area, and then we did our speed dating.
Yes.
It was our speed dating and meet and greet night, and so we did the first time Caliente has done a speed dating event, and so we hosted it, and it was great.
It was such
so
a
much fun.
So
much
Had
fun.
a good time.
Everybody was talking. It was fantastic. The energy was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very upbeat, and even before we were halfway done, as we tried to keep people moving along, you could see little collectives starting to form that didn't want to break apart again. And that carried on through the evening. We saw several of the couples together over and over through the evening.
Right.
So we know people made connections.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. So we're hoping, I'm sure we will do that again. If not, we'll definitely do it, I would say, for our hosted weekend, our next hosted weekend, which is February 27th through March 2nd, 2025. If you want to mark your calendars now for that, that will be the same thing, Thursday through Saturday through Sunday. But we'll probably do a speed dating then. I think that they're talking about, it was so fun and it was so well received that I think they're going to want us to do some more of those, and hopefully they'll.
I hope so.
I hope that we get to host a few more of those. Let me put it that
that
way.
was fun.
It was a lot of
That was
fun.
fun getting to watch everybody do
It
that.
was.
All the connections that were being made.
Yep, it was great, and and just it was so great because the nerves that you saw at the beginning, and everybody was so relaxed, and like you said, people didn't want to shift and they didn't want to move, and we kept going, you have to change, and then they didn't want to move the next time that they met the next couple, and
even the staff who was there supporting us in the club, who were awesome, by the way.
Yes.
But you could see them laughing and having a good time watching
right.
everybody. They're like, this is so cool, because normally, the club is dark and very, very loud, and so the socialization is different. You don't see people talking and moving around and really connecting that directly that fast.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it really was. And then so we planned it. So the first hour was the speed dating, and then that flowed into the regularly kind of scheduled meet and greet that they have on Fridays anyways. So it was perfect because then people could do their speed dating, but you didn't have to panic. And then we just said, hey, hang out and talk to everybody at the meet and greet. So the meet and greet was really wonderful too, because everybody kind of stood, and the other folks that came in just for the meet and greet came and joined for that. So that was a lot of fun as well. I really enjoy the meet and greets.
I do too.
Friday night.
Yeah.
If you're ever thinking about coming out here and you can make it early on a Friday, to come for that 7 o'clock hour. If you can't make it for the speed dating at 6, whenever we do that again. But the speed dating, the meet and greet on Fridays at 7 is really nice. It's a great way to kind of see who's here for the weekend. People who are staying on property that are visiting, a lot of times will do that meet and greet. It's kind of set up for them as well. So they have a lot of opportunity to kind of meet other people, also. So if it's just a great thing to make sure you're a part of.
Right, absolutely.
Yep. So what else on Friday? Anything? Oh, yes. Well, I was holding the big fun part for last, but...
What do you want to talk about?
Huh?
Are we?
Well, we went down on Friday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
We went down on Thursday.
On Thursday.
We saw it on Thursday, too. Oh, my God. It's been such a long weekend. It's like, really?
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
We've been there.
Oh, that's right.
we were
That's
there.
right. That's right. Okay. Well,
Yeah, we've spent hours down there.
so...
Yes.
So the other super fun, exciting thing that we did not know was going to be available when the weekend was set up, but we found out last week that the space that had been the previous playroom area has been repurposed, and it's now called the lounge. And so and it's got a lot of similarities. What did we say it reminded us of?
Well, first of all, our first impression is kind of like a speakeasy.
Yes.
Because you go in and it's like low lighting and sexy vibe
Yes.
and
Table
sofas.
setup.
Bistro
Yeah.
tables,
Yeah.
and people sitting around talking already, unless
Right.
you're the first one in the door.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of at Colette in New Orleans, the upstairs kind of lounge area with the sofas and the library area.
yeah.
Where you can sit
Yeah.
and talk and converse and socialize.
Yep.
And socialize.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And then it's set up.
But
that
it's
you
like it's just a very classy kind of sensual environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
it's
red
really
lighting.
Very
It's-
inviting.
Yeah,
very
incredibly
sexy.
inviting. Yes.
And there's the thing I even recognize, and I don't normally I think pay attention to it, but I really liked the music also.
Yes.
There
Oh,
was
the
a
music
a
was
nice
really
mix of
good.
music, and you guys even commented that it even changed at some point in the evening
Right.
when the vibe was ready to change, the mood changed, the music kind of changed to match the mood, and that was really
Exactly.
neat the way that they did that. And the other thing that they've done is now so the lounge is downstairs by the shop and everything, and the grotto bar is right there. So now they're leaving the grotto bar open downstairs outside, which is great because it gives you another opportunity of someplace else to go if you don't want to be in the club.
Right.
You can be downstairs, and if you want to be at the lounge, the bar is right there.
Right.
Yes.
So you can take your drinks into the lounge.
Yeah.
So because it's set up to kind of
And
be
actually,
so.
that grotto area is really nice. They have tables set up with lighting on each table. So if you can even
last night
extend it
they did-
outside.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's an extension.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of, it was really nice because we went last night, and you walk out and it's just kind of quiet, but you've got the tables set up, and you see the lights, and the moon was out. It was really a cool
Oh,
experience.
nice. Yeah,
it's
because I
very
don't
nice.
think they didn't have that set up then on Thursday night, but they must have tried it.
No, actually, they did.
The lights on the tables?
Oh, I don't know about the
That's
lights
what I'm
on
saying.
there.
I don't remember
I just
that.
went straight to the bar. I
They
didn't-
had
Yeah, I
like
know, that's
it,
what I'm
it was
saying.
nice because they had black tablecloths
nice,
and little
yeah.
like candlelight lighting
Yeah.
on each table.
So it truly is an
Yeah.
extension.
Yeah,
of,
it's- yeah,
because
the same
that's what the
vibe.
speakeasy kind of looks like in there. So it's it just
Yeah.
flows nicely. So so that's really a nice way to do that too. And I like the fact that they have that out there for people now to be able to be down there as well, in some cool lit
Yeah.
ambiance areas.
That grotto bar is open until 3 a.m. At least on the weekends, and so I
Yeah, I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday there.
Yeah, we were there until what 2:30 or so. And,
Yeah, it was after 2.
Yeah, and so I was able to go and get a beer at 2:30. Not Redstripe, but that's okay. Yingling, my
But they know you as Mr. Yingling here,
That's
so
right.
don't diss them that they didn't know that you're also Mr. Redstripe. But that's
Very
that's
much-
just new.
I know, very
That's
much like
new.
at Hito when
Right.
they were
Yeah.
waiting. So here
Here,
typically
you're
there's a
Mr.
Yingling
Yingling.
waiting for me when I.
Different pseudo identities for different resorts.
Yes. There you
Exactly,
go.
exactly.
Completely appropriate.
There's a Jamaican Tristan. There's a
the
Latin Tristan. There's the Caliente Tristan. There's
The Latin Tristan is Modelo.
Modelo,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Caliente Tristan and the day in day out
Yes,
Tristan
yes.
is Yingling.
Yeah, the
So,
daily Tristan is Yingling. Yes.
the official beer of this body. So.
Yes, thank you, Yingling. But no, so that was awesome. And then, but the space in the place is so sexy.
It
It's
is.
very sexy.
So spicy.
But it's also very classy.
So
Yes.
classy. I think to me the sexy is that. To me that
Yeah.
just to me sexy is classy. So it's
And classy is sexy. So yes.
Yeah, to me that. And
I
so
agree.
for me that's my definition.
And
So,
that's
but that-
definitely the vibe that's imbued down
It
there.
really is. So, and I will say, it seemed like people were able to socialize in any manner or form that they wanted to, and we did.
Yes, we did.
We did.
We did. And
Thank
and
you,
that,
Trimix.
because it was. So I will tell you. So one really fast story that. Actually, no, I'm going to wait. We'll tell that story. We'll tell that story at a recount time. We'll
Okay.
tell that story. Yeah. So, but it was really, really neat. Yeah, it's such a cool space and cool place, and I'm thrilled that there's another kind of social area for folks to be able to enjoy here.
And it was well enjoyed over
Yes,
the
yes,
weekend.
yes.
Very
Yeah.
popular
Yeah.
every night.
So yes, and they have hours now. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but they're going to increase their times that those spaces are available.
Yeah.
They open at 11 or midnight.
I think it's
11.
11.
On Thursday and Friday it was 11, and then
and-
last night it was midnight.
Midnight.
But but
And-
I think they went ahead and opened at 11 last night.
Oh, that's right, they
it's-
did, yeah.
They're just kind of this was
This
the
was the
first
soft-
weekend.
yeah,
it
this was the
open.
first
Yeah,
weekend.
that's why it was
Yeah.
kind of not like really.
You were
talked
about to say
until-
soft launch, weren't you?
I was
It
going to
was.
say soft launch.
It was a soft launch. It was. We know what that's like.
I didn't notice a lot
Yeah, I
of
didn't.
Not
It
with
was pretty-
Trimix. Not with Trimix
it was
anymore,
pretty hard,
but
baby.
you know what soft launches used to be like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just like taking a load off, baby.
Yeah.
Taking your load off of your soft launch. Hey, try mix.
We were the last to leave the lounge with our new friends on Thursday. We were the second to last to leave the lounge Friday night.
Yes.
And then last night, we were starting to kind of hit a wall.
Definitely.
I mean, it was still after 2 a.m.
I hit my wall earlier on. Yeah.
We were tired.
So there were probably 4 or 5 couples still left in there when we left last
It
night.
was still kind of busy.
But we went to the hot tub,
Yeah.
and there was a
we
lot
did
of
get
activity.
shamed for leaving early.
I know, yeah. So the attendants know us.
Of course they
quite
do.
well
Of course
now,
they do.
and
Yes,
so
of course they do. I actually even said that to him. I'm like, I forget their names, but they'll know their names because they know
Oh, yeah.
their names
Oh,
and
yeah.
they all
Yeah,
know
yeah.
each other
Yeah.
because sometimes they were the only two at the villa.
There are good friends now, and and so he's like,
What's up?
"Where are you going?" It's
3 nights in a row.
3 nights in a row,
Early.
yeah.
3 nights in a row, dude. Even
Yeah.
Trimix needs a break.
Right. Although we did go to the conversation pool in the hot tub.
We did.
Well, we started in the hot
did.
tub, then finished in the conversation pool, and then got a drink on the way out.
I'm sorry, did you just say you finished in the conversation pool?
So no, actually
No,
I
we
didn't.
did not. We did
but,
not.
That waited till this morning. Yeah. But
So, yeah.
so it was nice the way everything flows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it hasn't always been that way. So like, so we went to the hot tub, then the conversation pool, but then the grotto bar, as I mentioned, was still open. So
Yeah,
I was able to
and
grab a
the-
drink on the way out.
And the places back there if
Yeah.
you want to be outside.
Yeah, so kind of everything's
more.
more integrated now,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
really nice.
yeah.
And it makes for a much better
It keeps everything
experience.
here.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
exactly.
If we hadn't been as exhausted either too, I would say hitting that wall, I just hit it way faster than you did. And so we went back to the casino last night, but I would have loved to have come back and gone into the hot tub and then had a drink and then gone back to the casino. That would have been really nice. That would have been a nice way to do a nightcap. And I was so exhausted. It was just like, no.
No, it was a nice way to finish. Just to have the jets on my back and on
that
my-
felt good. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. It felt good on my legs.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah. So, again, all in all, just an amazing, amazing weekend.
Yeah,
amazing
it's been,
time.
and it's gone so fast. I'm sad. So it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm sad that we had to pack everything up, and the car's full of our shit, and we got But we're gonna have a couple of hours here
Yep.
Yeah.
this afternoon.
Sun's still out.
Sun's
That's good.
out. It's nice. The Bucks are up going into the third quarter. There are, every time when the Bucks scored right when we sat down here, there are like the round girls in
Boxing.
in boxing.
Yes, yes,
So there
yeah.
are round girls going around with holding up Bucks signs, and one with a Bucks flag, and they're naked, they're hot, and so that helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
we
just
still
it's such
have
a,
the naked volleyball going on
Yeah.
over there. I've been watching to keep my eye on that.
it's just
That's
such a fun environment. The band's taking a break right now, but they're going to be back up soon.
I wanted
So
to
I love Sundays here because it's a
Yeah,
chill,
Sundays
relaxed.
are nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to say too, I would say this weekend, again, the diversity of people, and we always talk about this, and it's so true. I felt like there were not necessarily more people, there were so many people here this weekend in all levels and layers of clothing, because I'm talking about the nude volleyball, but actually there's one guy over there with a sun shirt on. But we were like, wow, there's a lot of people kind of different variations of where they wanted their bathing suits to be. And there were, and kind of we talk about it because we like being naked so much now. But when we first got here, it took me a long time to be able to go without bathing suit bottoms on. And it's just very comfortable, and everybody, wear whatever you want to wear. And it's still like that. It's still so many just different combinations of folks over the weekend that I saw.
Right.
So really cool.
Yeah, and the same for the men, and the same for me. I still have body issues. I mean, whatever. I probably always will, but I feel completely comfortable. Just being naked here, and because it's such a welcoming and warm environment, and nobody cares. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares.
Right.
So, but it has taken me a couple of years to get to that point as well. So
Yep.
now everybody knows. Just take my clothes off anywhere, or I don't get arrested. So it's perfectly fine here.
Yeah. Yeah, Whips and Chains Excite Me was the Saturday night. So kink, a little bit of a kink theme going on there.
Theme.
A little throw a toss out to the kink community, and people embraced that
Yes,
theme.
they
Yes, they
It
did.
had been
Yes,
a
they
while
did.
since, and that's why we're like, ooh, let's do that one, because it had been a while since we'd seen
It
a
was
kink
fun to
theme
watch
here.
all the outfits.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so Caliente was wonderful. They offered a $100 bar tab to best kink costume. And so we did a costume contest basically at like 11:45, and we said anybody wants to come up and you could win a bar tab for $100. And there was like what, 10 or 11?
Yeah, we brought them all up, brought them all up on
groups,
stage.
Yeah, and then we,
yeah.
then we ended up with 5 at the end, and and had a great couple that won, and it was really cool. It was the first time they'd ever kind of stepped
She's
out.
like, this is not like me.
I know. She's like,
We're
this,
like,
they were not used to wearing. I'm like, oh, they do this all the time.
They looked
It's
like
clear.
pros. They were like, they were working
and,
it.
Apparently, no. Apparently, that was their first time. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that dynamic, because it was a pretty strong statement that they were making with their
It was
kink
really,
outfit.
it was really hot. Yeah.
It was really hot.
And we've known them for a couple of years,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
lovely. We love them.
Yes,
and,
they're
so, yeah.
an amazing couple, and so that was really, really fun to do that as well. Yeah, it was great. The whole thing was great. Yeah, it was just really neat. It was neat getting up and saying hi. Basically, because we were able to run the contest, we got to get up on stage and say hi to everybody, and everybody was so excited and it was
Welcoming,
really,
yes.
welcoming to greet us up on stage. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And but that was great. Yeah. The band is starting back up, so we're gonna start to wrap
Probably
this
wrap
up
it
a
up.
little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. What? Anything else though that we?
Did you guys want to talk about your experiences at the lounge?
Oh, our
Yeah,
experience?
we all 4 went.
Yeah.
Last night.
So we were the same way too. Oh yeah, so we went and visited as well when they first opened up on Thursday night. But I think one of the things we talked about, speaking about being voyeurs and exhibitionists, is that I had been gone for a week to Los Angeles, and when I got home, you and I obviously had a chance to reconnect, but Phoenix and I had not had our chance to reconnect. The first time we saw each other was Thursday night after being apart for 10 days or so. And so I said, I really, our reconnection time, I like that to be kind of personal. That's my personal time. So I didn't want to have that moment. That was maybe a little bit too social. I was hoping it was going to be too social, and it was. It was a good reconnection. So we went back to the casita and on Thursday night, but then on Saturday night, last night, we all 4 went together and enjoyed time next to each other.
So for me personally, I like the more open social areas where you can socialize with several people at once. And that's where we landed. And a lot of that went really well. Some of the socializing might have been a little too social for me in the moment, but it was like, oh, okay, didn't expect that. But, the great thing is, and we've been to a lot of social areas where those, everybody wants to socialize with everybody that they find interesting and attractive. And maybe at the moment, you're not looking for new socialization.
You're not looking for new friends.
You're not looking for new friends. 30 minutes from now, maybe, but not right now. But everyone was properly respectful.
Oh, yeah.
There were a couple of times, but that's the vibe there. Is it's very open. If you're in those larger spaces, very friendly, very inviting, like I said before. And so you see a lot of people making new friends and connections just off the cuff.
And you see
that's
a lot
awesome.
of people just being voyeurs, watching everybody else.
Watching everybody else
Having their
making
conversations.
connections. Yes.
Yeah, it was a great mix. It really,
Perfect
really
mix.
was.
It really
It really
was.
was. And it
So
was, and I
for
think
the-
it will change every time. You never
Oh, yeah, it
know
just
what the night,
depends.
what the energy, what
Each
the crowd
night
will
we were
bring.
there because that's
was
the room we
different.
went to. It was
Yeah, it was
completely different
Yeah.
each night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I liked, there were mirrors. There were mirrors in there, so that was kind of nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really cool. They've done a nice job decorating the
Yes.
different conversational
Yes.
areas.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was good.
So what's next? I mean, but we will be at Splash, but this will have come out by the time we've been at
Yeah,
Splash. But
so,
we're
yeah.
going to be back here
Yes.
October 26th for Halloween,
Yes.
which is the Fang Bang night.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes.
Absolutely love that.
Bang, bang.
We signed up for that as soon as we saw it. I I already have.
Another one
I
of
have
those
my
themes
outfit.
that's right in our,
Yeah.
right up
Yeah,
our alley.
we already
have
have
my
our
outfit.
vampire
Yeah.
costumes. Yeah.
See, those are good investments. Vampire
Yeah, vampire is a
outfits,
good
like
one.
if you're
Well, they
ever
can
done-
multi-purpose.
That's
and-
what I'm saying. You
yeah.
get, well, for the guys, you can do it goth, pirate, vampire, are all kind of the same
Yeah.
thing. But for vampire or undead are usually good ones. As
Just
well.
add teeth for the
Make
vampire,
invest- yeah.
subtract teeth for the pirate.
Add hat for
Yep.
pirate.
Yes.
Patch. Add a patch for pirate.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's next is that? Yeah. So, and if you want to come to that, so that is so Halloween and New Year's, Caliente does, it's basically one ticket for two different parties. You can buy
Or-
them each separately, but, or one.
Yeah,
cheaper
there's a
ticket for
discount
both.
if you
Yeah,
buy a
both.
combo.
Right.
But what happens is you get in for the entire day. So you buy your ticket, that you're allowed on property at 8 a.m. Through till the entire time. They do shut down the clubhouse from 4 until 7 to put out all the buffet, and they do this massive,
An amazing
massive
buffet.
Yeah.
Yes.
desserts. You could not even possibly eat enough. There's so much food. It's awesome. There is that 3-hour window. Most people are getting dressed or ready or doing whatever anyways, and so you do have to kind of vacate. But last year we've stayed on property, and we've also done it where we stayed at a hotel down the road.
Yeah.
And it was great either way.
Yeah.
Being able to have that 3-hour window to kind of have to go back to change is actually nice. So you're not missing anything. You're not feeling like, everybody else is all hanging out and you're having to go get change, because no, everybody's gone. But they do that, and that's the same for New Year's also. And then they always have two top bands that are playing here. And I think this time, I think TL Jenkins is on Halloween and No Filters New Year's, because I think it was vice versa. They flip flop those two
Right.
groups a lot. But either way, they're both amazing.
Yeah, like our favorite
TL
local acts.
is
Yeah.
awesome, and No Filter is just awesome. So yeah, so we'll definitely be back for that. And a swingcation.
Yes.
We'll talk about that again during our splash thing, I think. As if we had a lot of people talking about swingcation too. So we still have rooms available.
Yep.
By the time this airs, we might still have rooms available. And if you want to go though, call and find out, because we might be able to get rooms. But yeah, so swingcation's coming up in December at Hedonism, December 14th through the 21st. We're giving that to ourselves as our early Christmas present.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So we're going to Hedo for a week with our closest friends and our new next closest friends that we don't know yet, but they're going to be next new closest friends after spending a week together.
Yes.
So
All of this.
That's how it kind of rolls. That's how it kind of goes. And we just have a great time. So we're really looking forward to that. And that'll be here and gone before we even know it. So it's kind of like, my big thing lately is every time we're in the middle of something, like last night even though, I was like, we have to have our mindful moment, stop and remember, like, what was that like standing on the stage, helping, having everybody cheer for the Kink contest people. And so trying to remember all these mindful moments and enjoy all of this amazingness and not just take it for
And
granted.
so speaking of mindful moments, we did have the privilege of having a photo session in the lounge last night, and those pictures, we haven't gone through them yet, but they'll be on. They're all,
There were some good pictures.
all-
They turned out good.
Yeah.
They're just playing and having fun, so they are
Right.
not professional.
The lighting's
by any
not
stretch.
great.
Yeah. We had it last.
and they're all safe for work, so
Yes,
don't worry.
yeah.
Well, do man.
Well, not work.
But and so yeah, look us up on Instagram,
Yes.
and we'll have those up in a few days, or by the time this airs, it'll be up at Accidental Swingers on Instagram, or at Myrina's Tristan on Instagram.
Or at Swinky_Life.
Life.
Yes.
Naked
That was a
people
good-
in there
good
getting
Bloody
dressed.
Mary.
That was a
Like,
good
I know,
Bloody
yeah.
Mary,
You guys
I
can't see
think.
that
A little
either, but,
distracting.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry.
I think that's about it for us anyway.
we're
So
good.
are we ready?
I think so.
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
think so.
This was awesome.
I'm ready to take my clothes off. and
Yeah,
get
me
in that
too.
pool,
That
yeah.
sun's starting to come
Yeah.
over
The
here
band is
now.
here. The band is out. Yep, let's go. All right.
Time to get naked.
All right, next
Fantastic.
time,
Bye,
you guys
everybody.
better be here next time to join us.
You'll have
See
a
you
good time
then.
with it. We are very fun. You'll have a good time with
Oh,
us.
of course.
Of course, we're fun.
Bye.
Bye.